Welcome back to Toravation. Today's topic is the Avodah of Ani L'Doidi V'Doidi Li, number 2. If you didn't hear the first Ani L'Doidi V'Doidi Li, it's available probably wherever you're watching or listening to this one. But this one is continuing along the same theme. By number 2, what is the Avodah of Ani L'Doidi V'Doidi Li? So if you were to ask somebody, it's Elul, what are we supposed to do during Elul? He's probably going to tell you, what do you mean? We have to get ready for Rosh Hashanah. We have to start doing tshuva. But the truth is that we have a chiyuv of doing tshuva the entire year. So what's unique about the tshuva during Elul? What's unique about the tshuva that we have to do right now, which is different from our chiyuv of tshuva that we have the entire year? So the Nesiv Shalom says something very interesting. He says in this week's parasha, he says, the tshuva of the entire year is for what we've done wrong. A whole entire year we have a chiyuv to do tshuva on the things we've done wrong, on the mistakes that we've made, on where we erred. We have to do tshuva on that the entire year. He said, in El, there's a special tshuva that we have to do on not feeling HaKadosh Baruch Hu, on not being close to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, on not being davak, attached to Hashem. That is the tshuva that we're doing during El. And this is because El is Ani L'Doidi V'Doidi Li. It's a time that HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Hashem, comes out to the fields. Hashem is close with us. And that we have to work on rectifying the fact that during the year we weren't close to Hashem, by now during El doing a tshuva of trying to be close to Hashem. The problem is that so often we think to ourselves, we think back about how the past year went. We think about what it was last year, Elul, the promises we made ourselves, the things we said we would do, the things we said we were going to change. We look back, we say, it didn't happen. They didn't change, we didn't do what we thought we would do. And we have a hard time believing that, Hashem's in the fields for me. He wants me. I'm broken, I'm damaged, I'm messed up. It's not me that he wants to be close to. We look in the mirror and all we see is the broken shell looking back at us. All we see is the cracks. All we see is the brokenness. We could barely love ourselves. We're supposed to believe that Hashem is accepting us. He loves us. He wants to be with us. He's coming to us during the month of El to be close to us. Me? I barely could look at myself that way. We hear all the time that Hashem didn't create malachim, Hashem didn't create angels, Hashem created human beings. Why? Because He wanted our imperfections. He doesn't want everything perfect. We hear that and we think, that human being. But me, my imperfections, my broken parts, my damage, you don't feel convinced that Hashem loves you and Hashem wants you. And this is really the avodah of Ani L'Doidi V'Doidi Li, to believe that, it doesn't matter what happened this past year. It doesn't matter where I went, how I broke. But right now we're doing a tshuva, shuv, we're returning. We're coming back to Hashem and we're saying, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is here. He's close to us, He's close by and He wants us. And I'm doing tshuva for the fact that I wasn't close to HaKadosh Baruch Hu and believing that He wants me. But how could I believe that He wants me? I think that there's a way to possibly help us understand this concept of why Hashem wants us and loves us, even though we're not perfect, even though we're far from perfect, even though we have mistakes and problems and cracks and creases and we're damaged. I think the way to maybe understand it is to give a mashal, a parable. If you had a choice to buy a painting of a beautiful landscape painted by a fantastic artist, it's going to look gorgeous, you'll hang it up in your living room over the sofa, it's going to look fantastic. Or you have a choice to buy a picture. Somebody took a photo of that exact same landscape, or a print of the painting. What would you rather have? Would you rather have the painting that somebody painstakingly painted over a certain amount of time? Or would you rather have the picture that somebody snapped? The painting, it's not perfect. It's got a lot of imperfections. There's mistakes. It's not entirely accurate. Things aren't portrayed exactly as they are. It has that human touch. The picture is picture perfect. Nothing's out of place. Everything's exactly the way it was when the picture was taken. What would you prefer? The painting, or do you prefer the picture? What's worth more money? What has more value? Typically, a painting or a picture? The answer, of course, we all know is we want the painting. The painting has more value. Why does the painting have more value? The picture is more accurate. The picture is more perfect. The painting has more value because it's not accurate, because it's not perfect, because somebody slaved away over it, because of that human touch that it has, because of the human component. The fact that it's not a machine, the fact that it's not perfect, That's exactly why we desire that painting. That's exactly why we want the painting with its imperfections. And sometimes the imperfections can make a certain painting be worth even more. It's the same thing over here. We're not machines. We're not robots. And Hashem didn't put us here to be robots or to be machines. Hashem put us here to painstakingly try. And when we mess up, we messed up. We have to do tshuva. But when we mess up, when we come back, we say, I'm going to try again. That is the most beloved thing to Hashem. That is what Hashem wants. That is why Hashem came to us now. Elul, at the end of the year. He's not coming to us right after Yom Kippur and saying, now that you went through Rosh Yom Kippur and you got your kapara, now is when I want to be close to you. No. Now at the very last moment, at the end of the year, now is when Hashem, HaMelech Basada, Hashem's coming to the field and saying, I'm coming to you. And I want you to take that step towards me as well. As Nesiv Shalom says, the whole year we might have drifted far from Hashem. We might not have been close to Hashem. But that's the Avodah of Ani L'Daydi V'Daydi Li, to do a tshuva on that and to say that right now, in the month of Elul, I'm coming close to you, Hashem. I want to be next to you, Hashem. I want to be davak. I want to be in close proximity with you, Hashem. I know that you accept me and love me, and because of that, I want to come too.